territory, then a ground out to second and a ground out to third. We go to the bottom of the first where Zoe Latessa leads. The senior center fielder off to a blistering start at the plate, hitting .600 through 6 games so far, and she takes one right back up the middle for a leadoff single to get the home half of the first started for Baldwin. So she continues to stay hot at the plate, and it puts a runner on with nobody out, and that will bring Michaela Hirschman to the plate, who has also swung a nice bat early on for Baldwin, hitting .471 on the season. Michaela, a junior, third baseman in this game. Maggie McNally, the pitcher for Spring Hill, right-hander, and delivers. Foul back. We lost our balls and strike counter on the
just single
against 3 really good hitters for Spring Hill, a team that scores a bunch of runs, over 11 runs per game scored this year through 8 games for Spring Hill, as the 0-2 misses low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Michaela Hirschman. Latessa at first, nobody out. Second batter of the home half of the first inning. They won 2. Did she offer? She did, and there is strike 3, the first of the game for McNally, who has struck out 31 in 21 innings this year for Spring Hill. There's her 32nd strikeout of the year, and it brings Ella Scobie to the plate with 1 out and a runner at first. Scobie swinging first pitch, fouls it back and Baldwin opened the year with a pair of losses against Lewisburg on the road, then a pair of victories. Infield pop-up. First baseman coming on to make the catch. Gracie Bishop squeezes it, and there's the second out of the inning. Zoe Latessa at first after that leadoff single, and it brings Carly Toot to the plate. Second baseman hitting .350 on the year. First pitch to Carly is slapped foul. Sunny skies, wind blowing. Latessa to move ahead to second base on the wild pitch. Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Back at Baldwin, we head to the top of the second inning, and it's McNally, Hill, and Bishop due up for Spring Hill. Get the bug corrected or frozen up. Can't change anything right now as Scobie got out in front of McNally 0-1. Now a 1-1. We are
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and...
All right, back once again to Baldwin. It's been a train wreck on the technological side.
It's our first broadcast of the year here.
Well, I don't think spring training is going to matter because it's this is a computer issue that I don't think spring training could have helped the computer, unfortunately. Spring Hill. computer continues to lock up and freeze, so I don't know how much of that is causing dead air and blank pictures and who knows what else, but
See why these Spring Hill hitters are.
the team has a 500 on-base percentage this year.
It's not bad.
Popped up, foul territory. The wind almost, I thought, was going to keep that ball in. Normal day, without the wind, it would have clearly been a foul ball, and it ends up landing right on the very top of the fence. And McNally continues to fight 1-2 the count. Nobody out, nobody on. McNally leading off the top of the second inning. No score here in Baldwin. Here's the 1-2 again. And a line drive into the gap right center field. So an excellent at bat by McNally, fighting off pitch after pitch. Extra bases as she rounds second, heads into third, and they'll hold her up there. The stand-up triple to start the second inning for Spring Hill.
It's just the result of seeing a lot of pitches there by McNally, and then
first base runner of the game for Spring Hill after they went down in order on to start the bottom of the first, but left Zoe Latessa stranded, so no score as we play the top of the second inning. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Hill. And a line drive snagged by Hirschman down at third. So that is a perfect way to get the out. No chance to advance from third for McNally. And with one away, it brings up the number 6 hitter of the lineup, a freshman first baseman Gracie Bishop.
could do with another one of those or maybe a strikeout here to get it to 2 outs.
Bishop hitting .350. A freshman for Spring Hill takes the first pitch for strike one. 10 RBI this season for Bishop. Second on the team, only behind McNally, who is down at third. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back, and Scobie way out in front 0-2.
I love how aggressive Scobie's being early in counts, just attacking the strike zone. A lot of strikes here.
See if she goes to nibbling here with an 0-2 count. The strikeout would be big. It would certainly be the way you'd want to get this second out. With a runner at third, one down. The 0-2. Off speed low. And a good block behind the plate by Caitlin Bass. Scobie still way out in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Maybe got a piece of it, but it's held on to nonetheless by Bass. And there is a big strikeout for Ella Scobie, her first of this game. Her 26th of the year and 30 2/3 innings pitched now. And that's a big second out right.
Going through with a big strikeout.
Vanessa Murray, the batter. Pitch is low, but Bass does a good job again stopping that low pitch. So 1-0. The count starts. One of the few hitters that Scobie has fallen behind to start. By McNally, but now she is still at third with 2 outs as Murray takes close but called a ball, and it's 2-0. You got a base open if you're Scobie. Don't have to just throw one right down the middle for Murray here. 2-0. There's a called strike, and it's 2-1. Scobie looks in. Here comes the 2-1. Catches the inside corner with the knees, and it's 2 balls and 2. Top of the first inning. The designated player, Vanessa Murray, at the plate. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled away. They'll do the 3-2 again. Scobie delivers. Missed it low, ball 4. And Murray will take first on the first walk of the game, but not the worst thing that could happen there if you're Scobie. You still have 2 outs, and now you bring Marissa January, a sophomore, to the plate to try and get out of this inning unscathed still.
That was a good battle, both pitcher and hitter there. Just drew a big walk for Spring Hill. Now first and third, 2 out.
January hitting .294 this year, sophomore, second baseman. Here's the first pitch to her, and it's fouled straight back.
First of many of my flinches this year.
Taking second on the play is Murray, but again, not necessarily able to find a gap. Popped up, backing out of play. So it is now 1-2. It's cleaner first inning, Ryan, but the chance here for Scobie with 1 pitch to get out of this unscathed again, which would be quite the impressive job after the leadoff triple.
I thought she's pitched really well so far. She needs another big pitch here, see where she goes. She tries to go out of the zone a little bit, get her a chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at second and third. The pitch by Scobie, low, blocked by base, and it goes to 2-2. Trying to get her swing over top of a low off-speed pitch there.
So we're having good confidence in your catcher with the runner on third is very important as well, blocking that ball.
Count now even at 2-2. Here's the pitch from Scobie. Goes upstairs that time, but January lays off, and the count is full once again. Well, again, you do have a base open here with the number 9 hitter on deck.
Could open up a force at every base here, but you'd certainly like a strikeout or something here.
The 3-2 to January. Rolled to third. Hirschman bobbles, now throws to first, and it is in time despite the bob.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning.
Bottom of the third, no score. Baldwin and Spring Hill. First pitch to Shayna Doty is for Spring Hill, who has had an excellent start to her senior season in the circle. She is just 10 hits allowed and 4 earned runs in 21 innings, with 31 strikeouts to just 9 walks, and that's her 3rd strikeout of this game as she sits Doty down. Oh, 1 to Darnell. High for ball 1. Baldwin put the leadoff batter on to start the first, but stranded Latessa after that leadoff single. Now with 1 out, base is empty. That pitch misses inside. 2-1 to Darnell. As a big gust of wind blows dirt across the diamond, and Darnell swings and misses at a 2-1 pitch, makes it 2-2.
Yeah, the wind is it's gusty. It's not, I'd say it gusts up to the
2-2 pitch. Darnell fouls it back.
All in all, though, not a terrible day for softball. Some baseball action here.
And the baseball team playing Spring Hill here at home as well, here at the fourplex, as there is a called strike three that rings up Darnell. That's 3 straight strikeouts now for McNally, 2 of them looking. She has struck out 4 of the 6 she has faced so far in this game, and with 2 outs, the base is empty. It will bring up Caitlin Bass, the freshman catcher.
I feel like McNally's starting to.
1-2, and that outside for ball 2. Two and 2, the runner at first. 2 outs, no score, bottom of the second. McNally's pitch swung through and missed for her. Ahead of the third. Sports Live.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Headed to the third inning here in Baldwin, and a well-played start. We've had leadoff. I don't have an official count on it, Ryan, but I'd say of the now 9 batters that Scobie has faced the first time through this order, 7 or 8 of them anyway, she's been out in front of. Gets Callan to hit a little chopper back to her. Takes care of it herself. Scobie retires Callan to start the third, and there's 1 away. Team on base percentage of .500, and only 2 of the 9 reached base the first time through the order. This one's back and high and outside, ball 2. Four ground outs, a strikeout, a line out, a pop out so far, induced by Scobie. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's high as well. 3-1 now. A good spot to hit out of the leadoff hitter here on a 3-1 count. See if Scobie can battle back. Here comes the 3-1. Popped out of play to the right side. So now full count. No score. Top of the third. 1 out, nobody on. A 3-2 count to the center fielder, freshman for Spring Hill, Jaylee White. Senior Ella Scobie stares her down. Here comes the payoff pitch. Foul back. The count remains 3-2. Line drive, left field, the wind helping that one right out to the fence, and it's off of the fence for back in. The Bulldogs hold her to 2. That was a rocket off the bat of Jaylee White.
She saw a lot of pitches, worked a full count, and then got her pitch and did not miss it. Drove it way out to left field.
Third double of the year for White. Puts a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Senior .360 average on the year. Just 1 for her last 10 at the plate after she got off to a red-hot start in the first 5 games, hit 8 of 16 at the plate. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air right side. Second baseman Toot going over near the foul line to make the catch. And they retired Pinkerton now both times up, that time on just 1 pitch. And with the runner at second in a scoreless game. Scobie got January to ground out to third her first time up. Misses upstairs on the first pitch here. It's 1-0. The 1-0 offering from Ella. Low, ball 2. Now 2-0 count here with McNally waiting on deck. So an ominous hitter standing in the on-deck circle. Scobie does not want to lose January here. 2-0 pitch. Foul back. So now 2-1. Runner at second and 2 outs. No score, top of the third. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to third. Hirschman knocks it down. The runner going for third. Slides in safe on a headfirst dive. White is to third, and the runner, the batter, January, is aboard over at first.
Ball was hit pretty hard on the ground. It was a good job to knock it down. A chance to third, right on that ground ball to third baseman, but slid in safe.
Must have been a little further away from the bag. Was January at third, or at first, and now taking off to second. Runners go to second and third now with 2 outs. Field gap last time up.
Once again here, though, you got a base open. You don't want to give her anything good to hit.
High and away, and it's even at a ball and a strike now. Yeah, it's a 500 hitter. Team's RBI leader at the plate. Their cleanup hitter, McNally. And not that Delaney Hill is any slouch at the on-deck circle, a 321 hitter, but I think you got a nibble here against McNally. 1-1 in the zone, popped out into caught.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care. From general physical.
Background, is it?
No. Welcome back. Commercials. Breaks have been a little bit interesting, as you could tell watching at home. Live coverage has been a little bit interesting, as you could tell watching at home. We're trying to troubleshoot as we move along, but doing the best to bring you what we can here from Baldwin today. It's a score. To the number 9 hitter, Lauren Berg. Back to Latessa and Hirschman. The top of the order coming up here, following Berg in the bottom of the third. No score. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Two-one pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. It's for McNally. 2-2. Berg stays alive. Wind gusts again as the 2-2 pitch is swung at and missed for strike 3. That is 6 strikeouts the first time through the order for McNally. Zoe Latessa, 1 for 1 in the game. A single right back up the middle her first time up, then was stranded at second. Takes strike 1.
Second time through here for Baldwin. They'd like to get something going here. They've been really good defensively and on the mound. In the circle, I should say. No mound in softball.
Now 1-1 to Latessa.
It's a really good Spring Hill team, though, coming in here. Thought on paper it might be a little bit of a mismatch, but Baldwin's held their own so far. I'd like to get some hits together here, though.
They've had one hit in each inning so far, and
There we go.
Latessa slices one out into right field for her second hit of the game. Pair of singles, and with one out and one on it, bringing McNally had only given up 10 hits in 21 innings coming in today, but she to be able to put together multiple hits in an inning, which obviously makes it tough to score if you can't get more than one. 1-0 on the first pitch, missing to Hirschman. She struck out her first. And there. Pitch inside, ball 2. 3-1 pitch outside, ball 4. A rare walk, just the 10th walk issued this year for McNally in her 5th start. And for the first time in this game, Baldwin has a pair of runners on base, first and second, with one out for Ella Scobie.
That was a really nice walk there, a really good eye. There's a lot of pitches that were borderline.
And McNally misses again, so all of a sudden having a tough time finding the zone.
This is where you try to look for a cookie here. She's going to try to get back in the zone, try to find something that you can drive.
Misses outside, 2-0. And you certainly don't want to help a pitcher out.
On front.
And we mentioned it was going to be tough to string together hits against McNally, and she has now given him a gift. 0-1 pitch, and Toot offers at it, but it now is behind 0-2. The team's RBI leader trying to deliver a big blow here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score in the game. The 0-2 pitch from McNally. Swing and a miss, and a big, big strikeout as McNally bounces back after back-to-back walks to ring up Toot for the second out of the inning. And now it's Shane. And she takes strike 1. Doty struck out swinging an inning ago.
McNally's kind of said enough is enough, and she's attacking that strike zone now.
Misses low and outside there, 1-1. Baldwin trying to break through on the scoreboard, the 1-1. A called strike to make it 1-2.
This just feels like one of those opportunities that's going to hurt if you don't come away with at least something here.
Doty has to battle now, down 1-2 in the count. Misses outside, 2-2.
It's one of those where you kind of hesitate a little bit as a batter. You don't know if you're going to get rung up or not.
Now 2-2. Fly ball deep. And here comes Scobie around third to try to score the 3rd run, and she does. Baldwin takes a 3-0 Baldwin on a bases clearing double by Doty, and now here is Allie Darnell, who fouls back the first pitch.
Like to keep this going now if you're Baldwin. Put even more crooked number up there.
0-1 pitch to Darnell. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
A shot with the wind blowing out to left.
Now Ryan's getting greedy.
Yeah.
3-run double, not good enough. Ryan wants the grand. Foul. 2 pitch to Darnell. He fights another one off. Contact anyway, and Allie Darnell keeps the inning going for Baldwin as she draws.
McNally getting a little bit frustrated. She's not used to being hit around like this.
Swing and a miss, a little half-hearted swing. Faced 7, and this the 8th batter she's faced of this 3rd inning. Check swing. And a pair of walks, along with a pair of strikeouts as well. 2 out, 3-run single to follow it up by Darnell as base goes down looking, but a big inning for Baldwin. 4 runs.
Morningstar Care Homes looking for the next members of their
Well, I don't think we got a commercial there, but we're back. We go to the top of the 4th inning here. And what only the 2nd time this year that Spring Hill has trailed in a game. Gracie Bishop, the batter now, struck out swinging her. First pitch from Scobie is grounded to the shortstop and right past Lauren Berg. Around third comes Hill. She's waved to the plate. The throw is just late. Hill slides in safe. On that throw home. So quick to answer and get one back is Spring Hill after 2. So that pitch right there notwithstanding, but it's been an aggressive start, it seems like. And maybe that's the adjustment that Spring Hill has made coming out here. They have come out. There's a called strike, and it's 1. Has stranded 4 through 3 innings. I guess 1 run now. Coming into this inning, had not allowed a run, but of course did give up 1 here. Follow behind 3-1 to Murray. Misses low, ball 4. The runners at first and second, still nobody out. And that brings Marissa January to the plate. Grounded out the 3rd, her first time up.
You knew a good team like Spring Hill was going to come back at you here and limit the damage. If you can get a ground ball here, try to get an out someplace.
Yeah, they take another ground ball to 3rd like January hit the first time up.
100%.
You got 8 and 9 here for Spring Hill before you turn that order back over. So these next couple of batters could be critical to the success, or, well, which team ends up with the big successful inning as that pitch gets away from base and allows the runners to move up. 60. No strikes. Good job there getting back makes it great pitches in the zone. 2 of them fouled off, and now it's 2-2. Here comes the pitch by Scobie. Just missed. Scobie thought she had a good enough pitch there to ring up January. Does not get the call, so it's now full 3-2.
Defensively here, you're just looking to get an out. The infield's playing back, so you're going to give up a run if you're going to get a ground ball, but you got to make sure you get an out as well.
Still nobody out. Here's the 3-2. Line drive out into shallow left field. Drops in for a hit. 1 run is in. A bobble out in left field by Darnell. Out as the number 9 hitter steps in, Coral Callan. Swing foul ball back to the screen, and it's 0-1. With 1 out. First pitch to White, misses inside. White 1 for 2 in the territory, then stroked a double out to left center field last inning. 1-0. High for ball 2. Tying run 60 feet away for Spring Hill. Off the hands and fouled back. Two balls and 1 strike. Foul tip, and it is 2-2. Starting the 3rd time through the order for Scobie. First time through allowed just 1 hit. Second time through has seen 4 hits off the bats of Spring Hill, along with a walk. Another 1 reached as well as the 2-2 pitch is fouled back. White, like many of these Bronco hitters, battles hard with 2 strikes. Scobie looking for a big strikeout here. There's just 1 in the game. And does not get White to chase upstairs, so it's 3-2. Full count to White. The Spring Hill center fielder with the tying run at third base and 1 out. High fly ball, shallow left field, going over towards the line, and it's a fair ball as it drops in front of Darnell. And White, with her speed, going to try to make it a round tripper. The throw won't even come to the plate as White slides in with a 2-run inside the park home run for Spring Hill on a ball that was hit almost as high as it was deep, but it works out to perfection down the line as Baldwin had a tough time with it out in left field.
It just kind of hit it right down the line, placed it in a spot where you can't really throw it any better. Just in between everybody, good speed, able to come all the way around the bases, and now Spring Hill takes a 5-4 lead.
Now White, to her credit, on a ball that was down the line, looked like it may end up being blown foul, did not take for. They've only sent 6 players to the plate. Into a 5-4 lead, another strike to Pinkerton, and it's a 0-2.
It's a nice job just resetting, though, by Scobie. Got bases empty here. Just try to get the second out, one step at a time.
0-2 pitch. Misses low. Goes upstairs and misses 2-2 now. Ground ball to the shortstop, Berg. Backhanded snag, throw a bit low, but Doty able to stretch out there and catch it as they retire Pinkerton for a third time in the game. And it brings up Maya January now with the bases empty and 2 outs.
Leading off for Baldwin, number 25, Zoe.
Five 5-4 Spring Hill as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. And leading things off for Baldwin is Zoe Crump. Baldwin scored 4 in the bottom of the 3rd, only to see Spring Hill answer back with 5 in the top of the 4th. Sophomore right fielder. McNally really had to work last inning for Spring Hill. She faced 8 batters in the inning. Gave up 4 runs on 3 hits, a couple of walks. And misses upstairs there, 2-2. And swings and misses at that 2-2 pitch. So Crump down on strike for the second time. Berg also a strikeout victim her first time up. Takes strike 1 to start this at bat. Oh, 1. Outside, ball 1. Baldwin on the road coming up next Tuesday at Eudora. Then they are also on the road next Thursday to take on Paola, and that game is on Paola Sports Live next Thursday. And then they have senior night back home against Wellsville on the 25th. That's a Monday, and that will be right here on Baldwin Sports Live as well. 2-1 the count. The pitch to Berg, hit right back up the middle, and a big hop allows the shortstop a chance to get. Did that hit the pitching rubber?
It did. Yeah.
Ball doesn't hit the rubber. That is through into center for a base hit by Berg, but it popped it up in the air like a pop-up for the shortstop. January is able to catch it flying through and throw it on to first to retire Berg.
And it slowed it down just enough with that big hop that she was able to get to it. Yeah, it was still a nice throw over there to get her.
So with 2 outs, the base is empty. Here's Zoe Latessa up and in for ball 1 as Latessa spins out of the way. She has continued her hot start to the season. She came into the game hitting an even .600 for the season, and she has only added 2 more hits and 2 more trips today. Another pitch misses inside, and it's 2-0. She started the big rally in the third. It was Latessa's single that started what ended up being a 4-run inning for the Bulldogs, and now she's ahead 3-0 as McNally, after giving up back-to-back singles to Latessa, has not given her anything to hit this hit back.
All 4 of the Bulldog runs come with 2 outs, so.
3-0 pitch is right down the middle for strike 1.
See if they can get something going this inning with 2 outs.
Latessa still way out in front, 3-1. Here's the pitch from McNally. And now it's 3-2. So from 3-0, the count now full 3-2. Foul back by Latessa. And another foul ball as Latessa stays alive. We'll see a 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
You can see why she's hitting over 600, puts together really nice at-bats. Doesn't swing at anything outside the zone.
8th pitch of the at-bat. Hit in the air out to right center field. And the center fielder, White, calls for it, makes the catch. The Bulldogs go down in order. We've played 4. It's 5-4. Spring Hill on top of Baldwin.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Top of the 5th inning in Baldwin, 5-4 Spring Hill with a 1-run lead. Single innings, all 4 for Baldwin coming in the 3rd, all 5 for Spring Hill coming last inning in the 4th. So Ellis Goby and the Bulldogs go back to work against
Now batting, number 23, Delaney Hill.
Relax, hit the ball hard.
on first, headed to second as the throw comes into the cutoff girl, Berg, and it second double in the last 2 trips to the plate.
Now batting, number 35, Gracie Bishop.
Gracie game with a single and a run scored and a strikeout as well. First pitch to Bishop is low for ball 1. We talked about all the firepower in the top of this order for Spring Hill, Ryan, but it's been the bottom of the order that has produced 3 of their runs and 3 of their RBI in this game. The bottom 4 in the lineup. One of those being Bishop, who has an RBI and a run scored.
It's just a sign of a really good team when your lineup's that deep. You don't have to rely on the top half of your order. That bottom half can produce as well. High.
Yeah.
It was hit very high, and it was a nice job by Darnell to stay with it, battling that wind.
Records the second out of the inning, and that brings Vanessa Murray to the plate, and she takes strike one to start the third. Murray yet to record an official at-bat in this game. She has walked both times to the plate.
This is a huge opportunity to get out of this inning unscathed.
Grounded foul, and it's 0-2. And yeah, Ryan, not only a chance to get out of the inning without any damage done, but if she can do it with the batter here in Murray, then that sets you up to start the sixth with 8 and 9 coming up.
She's right on it, fouling it off down each line now. Where do you go here if you're Scobie?
In the zone, Bates done a good job. And she takes something off of it, pulls us.
Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
One-run game as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Spring Hill 5, Baldwin 4. Scobie and Carly Toot due up for the Bulldogs. Once again capture the lead. They led 4-0 after a 4-run bottom of the third. Spring Hill answered back with a 5-run top of the fourth. Hirschman takes outside for ball one. She walked in that 4-run third inning. And now she has started Hirschman 3-0.
It's a good job by Baldwin being patient, though, not swinging at those balls, just waiting on their pitch.
Love to get a leadoff base runner here. And Hirschman in control up 3-0 and now on base after a 4-pitch walk.
That's big. You never want to give up a leadoff walk, especially after the top of the inning. They got a leadoff double and then didn't get anything from it. So Baldwin doing a good job. 4 runs.
Comes back for a strike there. Scobie hitting .412 this year. 4 runs driven in. 1 double. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Has to hop back out of the way, and it's 2-1. Fouled away, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Scobie. McNally lost the leadoff hitter, Hirschman, on 4 straight pitches. Now even 2-2 on Scobie. Ground ball back up the middle, knocked down by McNally, goes to second for 1, not in time on the relay back over to first. So a fielder's choice, they retire Hirschman for the inning's first out. And now it's Scobie at first with 1 down for Carly Toot.
Good reaction time there by McNally. The ball was hit fairly hard, not terribly hard, but went to second for the 1 out.
One offering to Toot. 2-1 pitch from McNally. Outside, ball 3. Already 1 walk of the inning. Fell behind on Scobie as well. And now is falling behind 3-1 to Carly Tudas. Maggie McNally labors through this 5th inning. Misses there. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning and the 4th walk of the game. McNally had walked 9 batters total in her first 4 starts this season, and she has walked 4 in 4 1/3 innings so far today.
Give Baldwin credit, being patient at the plate. Doing a really nice job.
Well, first and second with 1 out. And the batter is Shayna Doty, who delivered the big 3-run double back of the 3rd inning. And a late check out there to the field umpire on that check swing, I guess.
I like that when they check on the opposite side. It's like, how's she supposed to know if she swung?
Yeah, the field umpire in this case has the worst view of everybody. That is a line drive that is caught at 3rd by Pinkerton, and a throwback to second to double off Scobie. So just unfortunate there on that sharp line drive that was caught about 3 inches off. 5-4 as we go to the 6th here on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different. State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
5-4 the score remains. Line drive back up the middle, and Coral Callan, the number 9 hitter, was 0 for 2 prior to that at bat, but she delivers a 1-out single. Turns the order back over now as Jaylee White will come to the plate for the 4th time in this game. 2 out of 3 at the plate so far with a double and a 2-run inside the park home run. That was an interesting one down the left field line. I don't know what Mr. Official Scoreman. There was any error to be had on that or not? I mean, it was.
Just think it was put in the perfect spot in that triangle between the third baseman, shortstop, and left fielder that it was tough to get to.
The ball was hit so high and it just hung in the air so long, and it took down here on White. There's a called strike to make it 2-1. White, then Pinkerton. And if the inning extends past that, it'll be the number 3 hitter in January. As Baldwin tries to stay within a run here, down 5-4. 1 on, 1 out. The 2-1 pitch. Hit well out into the left center field gap, and it is off the fence for extra bases. Darnell throws it in as the runner Callan comes around third and races home, scoring from first on the RBI double by Jaylee White to make it 6-4 Spring Hill. She is a good hitter. That is only a freshman, Jaylee White, but she is a darn good hitter for.
That did a nice job all the way off the wall. Just showing why they're in the open. give them too good of pitches to hit, and then they can drive them out to the gaps there. It's tough on those outfielders.
Out for January after the back-to-back RBI doubles for 3 in the game. Baldwin down to their 5. Led 4-0. High. Gets past base. That allows Pinkerton to move up to third on the pass ball, and it's count on January.
Deep, so you're just trying to get an out here.
And that ball is ripped out to left field. Darnell unable to get to that one in time, as again it's short hopped up against the fence and make it 3 consecutive RBI doubles for Spring Hill as they run their lead to 8-4.
Yeah, Darnell's been busy out there, just everybody roping that ball out to left field now.
Triple RBI triple by things considered in this one, but 2 crooked numbers in the 4th and now here in the 6th. Outside of what has been 4 really good innings for Scobie around those 2.
Yeah, that first rally was kind of her defense didn't help her out a lot, but this rally, Spring Hill's just finding a lot of gaps, a lot of space in the outfield out there.
5 in the 4th, 4 more here in the 6th. And McNally stays put down there at third.
Now batting, number 35.
Gracie Bishop.
Early in the game.
Well, Scobie early on was able to put him in pitchers' counts. I mean, we got out in front. Like you said, they were a little patient, taking some pitches, and allowed Scobie to then kind of dictate where the bat was going to go and use a little more of the off-speed and fire at the corners a little bit more. Spring Hill now not giving her that luxury. 2-0 the count. And that obviously doesn't help either when you start getting 2. Now to make it 10-4 Spring Hill. Vanessa Murray will step in. 2-5. Shut out. Line drive out. Lead 10-4 on top of Baldwin as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
10-4 Spring Hill as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Upstairs.
All right, make sure it's there, Kate. Let's go.
This has the setup as Base takes outside, and it's now 3-0. This is set up to Baldwin down 6, but you've got 2 on, nobody out. And do the circle for McNally.
Yeah, if you're some hits together, put it out in the gaps where they can't get it and be running around the bases.
McNally, who is used to pitching deep into games, but what she's not so used to is, and I don't have an exact pitch count on her, but a lot of times she has a little more ease working through. Here's the 0-1. And that ball was tipped off the bat of Crump, so it's a foul ball on the bunt attempt. And now 0-2.
See if they take the bunt off and let her swing away here, or what happens.
She did not square and takes it outside for ball 1.
It's amazing to me how many times that you squared a bunt a couple times, get a couple strikes, and then take it off and you rope a line drive to right center or something.
Baldwin would love for that to be the case here as Crump is taken back. And a late offering. First and second, and it's the number 9 hitter for Baldwin, Lauren Berg. Berg was robbed of a hit last time she was at the plate. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Hit one right back up the middle. Looked like it was going to be through and a base hit all the way, and it hit off the pitching rubber and popped it up in the air to allow the shortstop January to come across and slowed it down enough for her to make the play. Way outside, ball 1. One pitch. Misses outside, 2-1. Top of the order, Zoe Latessa waits on deck with a couple of hits already today. Man, would they love to get her up with the bases juiced.
This is a big at-bat here.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
So just behind that fastball a little bit, get that foot down early, try to time it up.
2-2 pitch on the way. Grounded to third. Pinkerton goes across the diamond to retire the batter Berg. It advances the runners both into scoring position now, second and third, with 2 outs for Latessa.
I mentioned before that Baldwin's had a couple 2-out rallies, so see if they can get it going. This is the top of the line. Way back into this game.
Low and inside, ball 1. Yeah, you don't have to get all 6 back. Strikeout and a couple of walks as well. First base open with runners at second and third and 2 outs. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Latessa, and it is in there for a strike. Not sure whether they had the red light on that or not for in there for.
This is where you need somebody to step up, deliver a big at-bat here, drive something in a gap.
Down 6, down to their final 4 outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. And with 2 outs, the runners will be off and running on contact, so a chance to clear the bases if Hirschman can find 2-1 to Hirschman. She has walked the last 2 times she's come to the plate. A walk would do the trick, bring a run in as well in this case.
Just keep the line moving.
2-1 pitch is a called strike, and it's 2-2. Now or never for Hirschman. Base is loaded, 2 outs, and a 2-2 count with the Bulldogs trailing 10-4 in the bottom of the 6th. That's high, and that was tough for everybody. A big gust of wind, and there was dirt blowing all the way across.
Run to the plate, that's all you're looking for. Down 5, more work to do though.
An RBI on the take strike 1.
Yeah, she'll probably tell you she hasn't been on her A game today, but like I've mentioned, you got to give the Bulldogs credit for being patient, not chasing pitches. Really battled at the plate.
Scobie now trying to deliver a big clutch hit for Baldwin. Down by 5. Even if you just can drive in a couple more, it makes it feel a whole lot more manageable.
Could sure use it with a drive to the gap here.
Wouldn't it be nice? Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's high and away. 2-1. This isn't bringing another run. Scobie looking to drive one, though. Here's the 2-1 pitch from McNally. And it is a called strike at the knees.
It was close. It's too close to take there.
Now it's 2-2.
Certainly can't take that same pitch here, the 2-strike count now.
And a very similar pitch. That one a bit inside, though. And now with a 3-2 count and 2. Big pitch coming up here.
Yeah, I'd be looking to hit here. From Scobie, though, helping herself out. It's a great effort by the right fielder. They're giving a diving effort.
Jaylee White will come on to replace her and try to get Spring Hill out of it. Runners now at first and third for Baldwin. As we play the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 more 2-out runs in this inning. Bulldogs scored 4 2-out runs back in the 3rd inning.
It's interesting they're bringing on a freshman to try to close this one out. A lot of faith in the
has thrown just 5 2/3 innings. She's been excellent in those 5 2/3, though. Just 3 hits allowed, no runs, 6 strikeouts, no walks.
Yeah. I was watching her warm up.
From Scobie and Darnell started the inning with a base hit. Scobie with the latest. High again, and it's 2-0. Out an encore performance. The pitch from White. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. First, 2 outs. 3 runs have scored in the inning. The 2-2 pitch from White. Up and in, ball 3. So now Scobie will get the head start over there at first.
That foot down early. She's really, from what I can see, I don't have a pitch gun here, but looks like she's bringing it a little more than McNally was.
Here comes the 3-2. And it's hit out to right field, and another effort from the right fielder. It can't get there. It gets past Callan. Hirschman has scored. Scobie is around third. She scores. 2 out, 2 RBI double by Carly Toot, and it is a 1-run game with 2 outs in the 6th.
How about it? The Cardiac kids all coming with 2 outs. Just never giving up on an inning. Baldwin's worked their way back into this one, not only down a run.
All 9 runs for the Bulldogs have come with 2. Cody coming to the plate, who has already delivered a big hit in this game. With 2 outs. 5 runs have scored in the inning for Baldwin.
What a game it's been, though. Back.
Lamb Roberts Price.
All right, we go to the 7th here in Baldwin. What ball game it has been. The Baldwin Bulldogs with 9 2-out runs scored in this game, and 5 of them coming in the last inning. They have taken what was a 6-run one. All the damage for Spring Hill has come in just 2 of their 6 frames so far. They scored 5 in the 4th and 5 in the 6th. .1-0 pitch to January is right. Ahead 1-2. Here's the pitch. Lazy fly ball over to the second baseman, and it's scooped up by Scobie, and she flips. There's the first out of the inning. Bringing. This is empty. There in right field a half inning ago to end that big rally by Baldwin, but twice came up just short on little flares out into right field by Baldwin. And she swings at the first pitch, grounds it to Hirschman at third, and a quick second out as Jaylee White comes back to the plate for Spring Hill with the bases empty and 2 down here in the 7th. In other words, be ready, Darnell. Instead, it's a ground ball to Berg at short and ends up skipping the ball over there to first. I don't think she was going to have a chance after the initial bobble out there at short with the speed of White. With 2 outs in the 7th, and that to Pinkerton. Fly ball out, shallow center field. Latessa close. So Baldwin will come to bat in the bottom of the 7th, down by 1, as they look for some late inning heroics against the 7-1 Broncos of Spring Hill here on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512.
Off to the 7th we go, at the bottom of the 7th, I should say. It is back at the in relief last inning. And Baldwin, not only Ryan, do they obviously their runs have scored with 2 outs.
It's crazy.
I think Chad Scobie would tell you he's okay time around, but we'll see as Caitlin Bass, the freshman catcher, steps in and takes strike 1. Baldwin down to their final 2 outs, trailing by a run. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the 0-1 pitch from White. Misses high, 1-1. Base singled in the second, walked and scored in the sixth. Been on base 2 out of the 3 times to the plate. And that's a strike, and it's 1-2. Tough pitch there. Good location by White. White looks in. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. And just getting a piece of it to stay alive is base. Hoping to put the ball in play. Got to make something happen here in the 7th. Takes strike 3, and there are 2 away. So now it comes down to Zoe Crump.
Now batting, number 25.
And Crump
Zoe Crump.
looking for her first hit of the year here to start what's a hopeful 2-out rally yet again. First pitch from White. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts in this game. Somehow, some way, has to try to find a way on base. Here's the 0-1 from White. And it's quickly 0-2.
She's just been a little behind everything so far. See if you can get it started a little bit earlier.
And if you're Crump, you have to think she's just going to continue to fire right at that fastball right at you again. Here comes the 0-2. And maybe a little too geared up for that one as White sends that one to the backstop, so it's 1-2.
Missed your just a bit outside chance there.
Can Crump find a way on? Bulldogs down to their final out. 1-2 pitch. Inside. And it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch misses high, 3-2. So from 0-2 to now 3-2, and three straight have missed the zone for White. Can she find it again here on a 3-2 pitch? Strikes out Crump looking. Nine as they win it in. Bulldogs to 2-5 will wrap up game 1 after this timeout and then get you set for game 2 of the doubleheader coming up here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply. Join the locally owned care homes, offering paid leave,
runs in the bottom of the sixth, cut it to a one-run game going into the seventh, and then hold on for a 10.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full service. A strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time. First time. Give 913-856-5846. Residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution? Commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC.
Lamb Roberts Price.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't
Not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing.
Step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Codiano State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Codiano, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education ensuring
Morningstar Care Homes is
Bank. Wouldn't you prefer doing business with years of commitment?
appointments they hold true to. Not an inconvenient block of time, they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at Baldwin State Bank.
Sam Roberts Price is honored to be your choice when the plan a lasting trip.
State Farm Insurance Agent.
Full service.
To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products. Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
You get full service plumbing from a real plumber.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the for unbeatable service from a company you can trust. There's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family.
Kelly Neufeld. Financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets up.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
At Family Medicine.
All right, welcome back to Baldwin City, Kansas. We got game 2 of this softball doubleheader between Spring Hill and Baldwin coming up. It was a good first game that Bryce was on the call for there. 10-9 ended up the final. Spring Hill came out on top, but it was Baldwin jumping out to a 4-0 lead, and then Spring Hill taking the lead 5-4 and then extending it 10-4. But Baldwin came back in the late innings to make it a 10-9 game, but Spring Hill prevailed. So we'll see what game 2 has in store. Hopefully we got another good one here in game 2. I'll go through the lineups quickly for you. First, for the visiting Spring Hill Broncos, got freshman Jaylee White in center field leading off. Then senior Ryan Pinkerton, third baseman. Maya January, the shortstop, hitting third. Maggie McNally pitched in the last game, playing right field, batting cleanup. Number 3, Delaney Hill, designated player, she's going to bat fifth. And then Vanessa Murray playing pitching. Blair Summer, the sophomore, playing left field. Gracie Bishop, the freshman, first base. And then rounding it out is Marissa January, the sophomore, at second base. But here we go. On the mound for Baldwin is Vanessa Murray. She gets us going. First pitch swinging out to left field and deep. And one hopping the wall is Jaylee White. She's going to cruise into second with a leadoff double in this one. First pitch swinging.
She swung a hot bat in game 1 as well. It had 4 hits in that first game, so stays hot. And Bailey Wilkes, 1 pitch in, 1 double off the fence. See how she bounces back.
Yeah, it was Spring Hill in that first game that was a little bit patient at the plate, really trying to wait out Scobie a little bit. Right away. Stepping against Ryan Pinkerton, third baseman, senior. She's swinging right away too, and that's a high fly ball to left center field. That's going to be brought in out there by Latessa for out number 1.
I don't dare say it because I'm going to jinx it, but the wind has died down a little bit here at the start of this second game.
I knew you were going to say it.
And game 1, it was much windier, and a lot of it was gusting wind, so I'm sure those gusts will come back before this one's over. But for the moment anyway, it's kind of died down, made those high fly balls a little easier to play there.
So 1 out. In stands Maya January, the shortstop, hitting third. Sophomore, hitting .368 on the year. One 0 count. She's swinging, drives one to deep left field. That's got a chance, and that's going to get over the fence and a home run. A 2-run shot by Maya January. Out early to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, they have come out and are attacking Bailey Wilkes very early on in these counts. They're not waiting for anything to see it, time it up. They feel like they've got their timing down right away and driving the ball early on. So tough start here for Baldwin. We'll see if Bailey can gather it back here and settle in, throw some strikes, maybe try to work the corners a little bit more, make them, if they're that aggressive, maybe take that aggressiveness and work it against them.
See if she can bounce back here. Maggie McNally, the senior, playing right field in game number 2. Pitched a pretty good game in game number 1. There's a good pitch in there from Murray. Ball and a strike.
And both pitchers, McNally for Spring Hill and for Baldwin, Ella Scobie, a 10-9 game, you'd think that there was lots of action, but all of that came in just 2 half innings apiece for both of them. Baldwin scored in 2 half innings, and Spring Hill scored in 2 half innings is all.
100%. Base is empty here, McNally. 2-1 count. Already 2 in, first inning here for Spring Hill. She swings and pops one up on the infield just behind second base. And Toot's going to go back and put it away for out number 2.
A good bounce back by Wilkes after giving up the home run to come back and get a very good hitter in McNally to pop out.
So now, good bounce back. Get to 2 out. Top of the first here, just underway. Game 2 with this doubleheader. First pitch is low in the dirt to Delaney Hill, who is the designated player, hitting .321. Delaney had a couple of doubles in game 1. She watches that pitch just a bit high, maybe. 2-0. And misses as well, so 3-0 now to Hill. Yeah, I was going to mention something in game number 1, Bryce, that when the wind did die down, it was a very pleasant afternoon into evening here.
Yeah.
So, like you said, don't want to jinx it, but
Between the combination of us both saying what we've said, now
exactly.
we have.
That ball runs in and gets her. It's going to be ball 4 anyway. So Hill gets hit by a pitch, and she's on to first.
Yeah, that's the worst time to get hit.
Yeah,
on
right.
A 3-0 pitch. Like you said, it was going to be ball 4 either way. And Hill didn't seem to be too crazy about getting out of the way. She was okay with that one, plunking her right there on that lead arm. 3-0, I'm getting out of the way. Take the base without the pain.
100%. So in stands the pitcher in game number 2, Vanessa Miller, senior, hitting .238. She's got a chance with 2 out and a runner on first base here. Another one missing low, and Wilkes having some troubles here in the top of the first inning, finding the zone. 2-0 now, 6 straight balls.
Yeah, and that can be the trouble when you get hit hard by those first few batters, is all of a sudden you don't want to just serve it up over the plate like that, because they're squaring the thing up when it comes across the middle of the zone. So then you start trying to work the corners, and then you get behind in counts, and it makes it kind of a snowball effect on you.
Yes, a sharp single through the left side of the infield by Murray. It's going to bring up number 7-hole hitter Blair Summer, sophomore, playing left field here. 2 on, 2 out. Wilkes trying to work her way through the first inning. This is ball 1 again. And swung on and driven to left center field. That'll find the gap again, and one hop the wall. One's going to score. The second run's coming around. The throw is going to be thrown to third. 2 runs are in for Spring Hill. 4 total in this first inning, and they are off to a good start here in game 2. 4-0 Spring Hill.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I couldn't hear what the communication was to the shortstop Berg there, whether they were telling her to throw that ball to third or whether there wasn't a communication. I thought they may have had a chance to try and throw that ball home, make a play there at the plate, but as it is, it does keep the runner at second instead of advancing on third because the throw went there.
Yeah, either way, a 2 out, 2 RBI double there for Summer, and that brings Gracie Bishop to the plate. 8th batter to come to the plate here in this first inning. Bishop playing first base. Game 2 here. Wilkes trying to work her way out of this opening inning. Nice job jumping ahead of Bishop here. 0-2, see if she can put her away. Took a little off and missed high. 1-2. You had a feeling that Spring Hill would come out a little bit aggressive after that last game. They feel like they probably should have ran away with that one a little bit more than they did, and they just kept letting Baldwin back into it. It's what good teams I look for in these doubleheader games. They usually try to get themselves in gear in game number 2.
Yeah, we'll see if Baldwin, like they did in that first game, they had answers, though, and Spring Hill had their big innings.
One's grounded towards Toot at second. She throws on to first, so there we go. Middle of 1, 4-0 Spring Hill. We'll go to the bottom half and see if Baldwin can get the bats going.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Welcome back, Baldwin City. Bottom of the first here after giving up 4 in that top of the first, so see if Baldwin can bounce back, get the bats going themselves here.
A different pitcher that they're going to see here, Vanessa Murray, after they did a good job really against the starter that they saw in that first game. McNally, who was very good all year long, and Murray is, like McNally, been very good all year long. But I think Baldwin will have a little more confidence starting this game out. Not that they lacked confidence starting the last game, but I think the way they were able to hit the ball and rally a couple of times in game 1, even though it's a different pitcher, they feel like, okay, we saw their best in game 1 and did pretty good against her. So hopefully that confidence will carry over here into this second game, and they can answer that nice first inning for Spring Hill and get a nice first inning bounce back to try to close the gap a little bit, or perhaps even take it all the way away.
So we'll see what happens here. Leading off is going to be Zoe Latessa, the center fielder, senior. Had a very good game one. Did Latessa a couple of singles and a walk. Going to keep that going, hitting over 600 on the year. Watches ball one.
She's the type of hitter that you like as a leadoff hitter, as I say that, and she pops this one up in the infield there, Ryan. But she's not uber aggressive as a leadoff hitter, so she sees a lot of pitches, gets you the rest of the team a good look at that starter, but is able to constantly get on base and gets out there. But she's had a fine day and a fine year for that matter.
Good ball player. So in stands the third baseman, Michaela Hirschman. She's a junior. She watches strike one. Game one, Hirschman worked 3 walks, struck out once, but that on-base percentage is up there. Another patient hitter. That's what you want out of that 2-hole, too. Maybe a little too patient here as she watches the first 2 pitches go in for strikes. Now she's got a battle.
Yeah, they're going to learn early whether they can be patient or not against Murray. If she's on throwing a bunch of first pitch strikes, that makes that patience tougher to do.
Just outside, 1-2. And 2 is watched for strike 3, and Hirschman is called out on strikes for out number 2.
Good location there by Murray, right on that inside corner of the plate, about knee high. Tough pitch to hit.
Ella Scobie.
So 2 out now to Ella Scobie, senior, designated player in this one. Scobie really battled in game one in the circle there, pitching-wise, and kept her team in it, even though Spring Hill had a couple of big innings. Kept her head down and stayed in it. Fouls one off there, 1-1.
Delivered a big hit at the plate as well during that 5-run 6th inning for Baldwin. Drove in a couple with a little flare out to right field.
There's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. So now Scobie down in a hole, 1-2. Vanessa Murray's been very aggressive in the zone, like we saw McNally early in game one as well for Spring Hill. That's swung on and blooped to right field. That might drop, and it will. It's going to get past everyone. Scobie's going to stop it first, round it, get back for a 2-out single.
Well, that's what you need against Murray right now, who, like you mentioned, just is filling it up right now, pitching with a bunch of confidence. You need a few hits to drop in there to start making her have to think a little bit harder and now, contend with runners on base.
So it was all happening with 2 outs in game one, and in game two, 2-out single for Scobie. Here in the bottom of the first inning, Carly Toot stands in, junior, playing second base, swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Swings and fouls one off. 0-2.
I feel like everybody has been in a 0-2 hole in this game for Baldwin. That's tough as a hitter to constantly be facing that.
A lot of pitchers counts early. She's got a battle here with 2 strikes. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. So Baldwin strands a runner, can't bring anything home. We threw 1. We will go to the 2nd. You're watching Baldwin Softball on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back to Baldwin City. About to start the top of the second here. 4-0. Spring Hill jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Looking to get the bats going again.
Well, and it was one inning and done for Bailey Wilkes, or at least done for now, as Ella Scobie has come back in to pitch now for Baldwin. She pitched the entire 7 innings of Game 1. And Bailey Wilkes got the start here in Game 2 for Baldwin, but now it's Scobie back in the circle.
That's interesting. Hope nothing's wrong with Bailey Wilkes, but maybe they're just going back to their best arm here in Scobie. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question that Spring Hill had Wilkes timed up in that first inning. They were all over it and had squared up a bunch of balls. So perhaps switching it back over to Scobie now will throw him back off.
Due up in the innings, 9, 1, and 2.
Leading off for Spring Hill, number 21, Marissa January.
Be Marissa January, the second baseman, a sophomore. Second base like she was in Game 1. Went 1 for 4 with a single. Watches the first pitch in there for strike 1. So Bailey Wilkes only goes 1 inning. Scobie back on the mound. And that ball is roped to center field, a base hit by the 9-hole hitter Marissa January. She'll be on to start the second inning. Spring Hill, their bats really getting going here in Game 2 early, not messing around.
Yeah, well, and everything's being barreled up, too. It's not just soft contact, little seeing eye singles or bloopers. I mean, they're squaring it up right now.
So that'll turn the lineup back over, and Jaylee White, a freshman, playing center field. There goes the runner for second. And what a throw, but wow. Gonna call her safe on a close bang play at second. That was a good throw by base there.
I mean, you can't throw it any better.
Yeah,
that throw. You didn't have to make a tag. I mean, she threw that ball right to where the tag needed to be. That is as good as you can do right there. And you know, we don't have a great angle to see whether that tag was applied or not in time, but that was as good as you could make a throw down there.
That ball is lined to center, and coming on is Latessa, who makes the catch for out number 1. Yeah, it was an excellent throw. It looked like the ball was there in time, but just couldn't quite get that tag there.
Now batting, number 16.
Latessa's made some nice plays out in center today.
Absolutely.
And the wind has died down a little bit in this second game, but with the way the wind's gusting like that, it's never easy when those balls are high up in the air, and she's done a good job today out in center.
So in steps Ryan Pinkerton, senior, playing third base. Pinkerton had a big-time double play there in Game 1 where it looked like Baldwin was threatening in an inning and caught a line drive and doubled off the girl at second base. Ball's going to be lined to right center field. That's going to drop down, and that's going to score a run. Stopping at first is Pinkerton. Incoming to score is January, and Spring Hill now leads at 5-0.
So that feels kind of cruel if you're Baldwin. I mean, Spring Hill's barreled up a bunch of hits so far. That one, not so much. That one kind of just a flare off the end of the bat, but perfect spot. So with all the hard hits they've had, they add one of those. And if you're getting the hard hit singles and doubles and then the bloopers that are falling in too, that makes it tough.
So here's Maya January, sophomore, playing short. Hitting out of the 3-hole. She watches ball 1, 1-0 to her. Still only 1 out in the inning. Scobie delivers, and there's a ground ball to third. Bobbled a little bit by Hirschman, and she's going to have no play. Probably call that an E5 on Hirschman, but
Yeah, it looked like she kind of pulled up her head to look to second. I think she was thinking about, do I have time to try to turn a double play here? And just that quick little, just didn't stay down watching into the glove. That quick momentary look up cost her right there.
Yep, anytime you get that indecision starting to creep in. It's now first and second, one out. Spring Hill, just like they did in the first inning. Really mounting a rally here in the second inning. It's Maggie McNally, the right fielder. Senior wears number 25. 1-0 count to her. It's a much better pitch by Scobie that time, and ball and a strike now to McNally.
And they're playing McNally, and center fielder Latessa's over left field side of the bag, but she's gone opposite field a couple of times, so we'll see if she hurts him again by going opposite way. A big gap in right center. And there she goes.
Line towards right center, just like you called it, Bryce. In comes the runner, and another run scores for Spring Hill. It'll be 6-0 now. Pinkerton scores, and McNally comes through with an RBI single.
Yeah, she's taking advantage of that big gap out there. Granted, that ball was kind of flared right out in there. Didn't really matter how you had her played that. That one's going to drop in, but she has certainly taken advantage of that opposite field hit several times in game, or a couple of times in game one, and again now here in game two.
6-0. Spring Hill's jumping out in game two. Baldwin just trying to get another out here. Only one out in the second inning. Showing bunt, pulling back is Delaney Hill. And the runner goes to third. The throw gets past third, and she's going to score. So everything just snowballing right now for Baldwin. As January comes in to score on the air by base.
Yeah, that's one where you just have to eat it after that initial. You're not going to throw that girl out after you've already dropped it, and bobbled it at home before you make that throw. So at that point, you just have to understand that, hey, they got a base on us, and just hold it. By throwing it, you compound it and add another 60 feet in a run.
So it's 0-1 to Delaney Hill, 7-0 Spring Hill. We're in only the second inning. Game two of our doubleheader was Spring Hill taking game one 10-9. Just joining us. Here comes the 1-1 to Hill. Swung on and grounded towards Hirschman. She bobbles it again. Another tough play, though. That was hit pretty hard.
Yeah, that's a rocket down there to third, and Hirschman's upset with herself, but
what do you think of another error there?
Well, if you ask my wife, she'd say yes. She thinks everything's an error.
Yeah.
That's a tough play. I mean, that ball is hit as hard as you can on a one hop, and
I'm giving her an infield single. So
yeah.
Delaney Hill's on either way. First and second now. Vanessa Murray stands in, the senior, doing the pitching.
My wife always complains that in baseball, I watch a lot of Major League Baseball at home, and she always complains that they don't give them errors enough.
Oh, really?
She thinks that a lot of times that, plays that they get a glove on like that she would call it an error, but I don't know that there was much routine about making that play.
Yeah, well, Hirschman would probably tell you that she can make that play.
I'm sure she wants to make the play.
Absolutely, but
you want to make every play. But
2-0 count here to Vanessa Murray. 2 on, still only 1 out in the inning. There's a good pitch there from Scobie. Evens things up at 2-2.
Especially in softball, too, because you can make everything perfect and still not get the girl out because they only got 60 feet to run. Baseball with the 90 feet, a little more room for air to bobble it, or, you're playing that left side of the infield in softball, you have to be 100% clean to get anybody out.
Yeah, they call it the hot corner for a reason. That ball was scalded just foul down the first baseline. Luckily for Baldwin, it did go foul. That had more trouble written all over it. So Murray putting together another good at-bat. And 4 base hits and an error, all in this inning. One misses just low, 3-2. Fills up the count, 2 on, still just 1 out. Payoff pitch from Scobie. Misses low, and that's going to load the bases. Bring Blair Summer, the left fielder, up to the plate with the bases loaded. Sophomore with a big opportunity to break this one even more open. Already a 7-0 Spring Hill lead.
Yeah, now it's, you could say, well, you got a chance to turn a double play. Double plays are so hard to turn. I just mentioned in softball with the fact that, that 60-foot base path, if you have any type of speed at all with the batter, it's just almost impossible to turn that double play unless you get something really sharply hit, into the middle of the infield or right to the third baseman who can step on the bag. So down 7 already. If you're Baldwin here, I think you try to cut the run at the plate and take advantage of a force there if you can.
Yeah, I'm with you. Either way, you have to make sure you're getting out someplace. You can't just let the line keep moving like it has for the Broncos.
Middle infield stays back, though.
Yeah, sent 8 to the plate in inning number 1. This will be batter number 8 in inning number 2. Strike 1. I'm always interested the 1 batting glove batters.
Yeah.
That's what Sommer is rocking here. She's got it on the left hand. I was a double batting glove guy, but
Yep, myself as well. I did wear one out more than the other. I think that your lead hand maybe has a little harder of a grip to it.
Yeah, maybe.
Which is the glove hand for Summers here.
Ball 2, 2-1.
Although then in golf, I just wear the one glove, so I don't know.
It's all a mental game, I think. Whatever
think
whatever
a lot
your
of it
superstition is. Here's the 2-1, and that misses outside.
My favorite. Sorry, Ryan.
No,
Cuts
runs
out
it to
there.
3-1 there. Go ahead.
My favorite is the batting gloves in the pocket while you're still batting.
Yes.
You have the batting glove with you to bat, but yet you don't use it when you bat.
I was going to comment on there's someone for Baldwin. I forget who it was now. We'll see when they come to the plate, I'm sure. And that just misses high. Wow, that was a close one, but it's going to walk in another run, make it 8-0 in favor of Spring Hill.
Yeah, and Scobie's frustrated. Thought, like you said, that was close. Thought she had a strike there, and it's when innings are going like this, when you start feeling like every little call like that goes against you, and you got to settle back in, refocus here, and get the out. Does get a nice call there on an outside corner.
So 0-1 to Gracie Bishop, the freshman, playing first base. Back-to-back walks issued here from Scobie, looking to maybe get a ground ball. Turn something here, only 1 out still. That ball's lined to right field. That finds another gap. 2 runs are going to score. Throw's going to be cut off. It'll be first and third. It is now 10-0 Spring Hill.
Up and down the order, the Broncos just continue to hit. Baldwin needs, obviously they need to find a way to get an out right here, but you can see some frustration both with the pitcher, and that's where when the frustration starts in there, then it kind of just seeps out to everybody else too. So I have to try to dial it back in here.
Scobie recovers there for strike 1. That brings the 10th batter to the plate in this second inning, Marissa January, who led off the second inning. Now taking her 3rd at-bat of the game. And misses 1-1. Marissa singled, stole a base, come around to score in her first at-bat in this second inning. This will be her 2nd at-bat. One just missed, 2-1. 2-1 misses just high again. 3-1 now, and Scobie's having a tough time finding this zone.
And she already threw a full first game here today. Did not start this second game, and now back in for the second inning. But you have to imagine some fatigue starting to set in for her as well as she loses another batter to a base on balls. And here comes Chad Scobie now.
Yeah, I think that might do it, as that's going to load the bases up. A gutsy effort from Scobie, but it looks like, well, we might just have a little meeting here. Try to calm down, work their way out of things here. Give me a chance to tell you about the Baldwin City Recreation Commission, calling all baseball fans, and you should be if you're watching this. Reserve your seat now. Just 2 seats left on the Baldwin City Recreation Commission Summer Baseball Tour, which is July 22nd through the 29th. Join BCRC on a week-long bus tour that includes 5 big league games and so much more. See all the details and reserve your spot today at baldwinrec.org. There are only 2 seats remaining on this Ultimate Sports Fan Giveaway. Better get on that now. Only 2 spots left.
2 spots. I, unfortunately, not going to be able to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, I might be a little...
My day job is it makes it so I can't go that in July. I'll be getting, in fact, that week of, I'll be having the Shrine Bowl. So
there you go. So you got bigger and better obligations.
Yeah, the day after that leave is 49th annual Kansas Shrine Bowl down in Pittsburgh, Kansas. KansasShrineBowl.com for tickets.
Bryce, big part of that, a shameless little plug there. Gotta love it. Base is loaded here. Brings Jaylee White back to the top of the order up. Still only 1 out in the second inning. She watched ball 1. That ball is going to be roped to center field, and that's going to splash down and find some more grass. That ball is going to be thrown to the plate, and that was a close play. Ball gets past base, and now comes another runner to the plate. 3 runs are going to end up scoring on this helter-skelter of a play. It is now 13-0 Spring Hill.
Well, that is how this game has gone. That was inches away from potentially throwing out a run at the plate. It was going to be close if Base was able to glove that throw in from center cleanly. They had a chance to get that out, and then it goes from inches away from getting the out to another run beyond that one even scoring.
I tell you what, that was a good throw from Latessa in center field to the plate. Base just couldn't quite handle that. All in all, it's call it a 2 RBI double for White, and then going to third on the error there. You got to give Spring Hill credit, though, as Ryan Pinkerton steps in for her 3rd plate appearance already. They are just finding gaps and splashing that ball down in the grass. Ball's grounded foul, 1-1. Scobie delivers low, pushes it to 2-1. I'll say it's getting a little bit chillier as we go into the later hours of the evening here.
Well, thankfully the wind's gone down.
Yeah, man.
Sun's going away, but the wind's gone down as well.
There's a nice pitch and a strike 2 call from Scobie. Evens things up 2-2.
They haven't really been blessed with that nice of weather this spring season.
Honestly.
It's not been the greatest. Tonight is about as good as they've had.
Can get an 80-degree day one day and then 30 the next. That's Kansas weather for you. Here's the 2-2. That's grounded up the middle and past the shortstop Berg into center field, and that's another run for Spring Hill. 14-0 as they still tack on.
Now batting, number 12.
If you're Baldwin right now, you just looking for any way to get an out. Maya January, sophomore, playing shortstop. Stands in for another at-bat. She watches strike 1 on a nice pitch from Scobie there, 0-1. January went 2 for 4 in game 1. She had a home run in her first at-bat of game 2. Over the fence home run. We saw an inside the park home run in game number 1, but she turned on one and got a hold of it, and that's what got the scoring going for Spring Hill. On the top of the first inning, put them up 2-0, and they never looked back from there. Here's the 1-1. Misses low, 2-1. Runner on first, 1 out here. Ball's just fouled back to the screen. And not even a flinch from Bryce.
I was a catcher.
Stone cold. So Scobie's worked the count to 2-2 here to the 3-hole hitter, Maya January. The ball is blasted to left again, but Darnell's going to get there and put it away for out number 2. And finally, the second out in the inning.
Darnell's had a tough task in left field with the way the wind's blowing today. A lot calmer now and able to read that one a little easier, make a nice play on it.
Yeah, she's been busy out there today in this doubleheader. So that brings the right fielder, Maggie McNally, to the plate. She popped up to the second baseman in her first at-bat and then singled, came around to score in inning number 2. And their second at-bat is still inning number 2. At-bat number 3.
And again, everything she's hit basically has gone opposite side. I'd be interested to see if Baldwin shifted her that way to see if it's by design she's sending it that way because they're giving her that, or that's just the way she hits it.
That ball is just lifted towards short, and it is caught by Berg out there, but not before damage is done. Spring Hill brings a lot of girls to the plate. It is now 14-0. We'll go to bottom of 2. You're watching Baldwin softball.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Welcome back. Game 2 of this doubleheader, Spring Hill and Baldwin City. It was 10-9, Spring Hill taking game number 1, but a different story so far here in game number 2 is jumped out to a 14-0 lead. But bottom of 2 here, we'll see if Baldwin can bounce back and put up a crooked number of their own here. Vanessa Murray going to go back to work on the mound.
Well, if the second inning is going to be anything like the first, Baldwin has to come up there ready to hit because Murray did nothing but throw strikes pretty much in that first inning and put Baldwin's hitters in 0-1, 0-2 holes, and that makes it tough as a hitter when you're in that kind of a spot. So you need to come up there ready to swing and try to take advantage of those first pitch strikes. I was always a guy that loved to hit the first pitch because as a pitcher you want to get ahead, throw strike 1, so a lot of times you're going to get a good pitch in that first offering.
In steps the first baseman, Shayna Doty. First pitch is skied in the infield, but caught by the first baseman, Bishop, for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out.
But I like that. I mean, that pitch was right down the heart of the plate. Doty went up there ready to attack. She was just underneath that ball. I mean, if she squares it up just slightly more, that's a drive out into center field or one of the gaps. So, I mean, that's what you need to do. That was a good approach by Doty.
Here's Allie Darnell, left fielder. She's been busy out there in the field, hitting .471 here at the plate. Watches ball 1. Darnell went 2 for 4 in game 1. Was fouled off. Had a couple of singles and a pop up and struck out looking. Baldwin trying to work their way back into this one. Swung on and missed, 1-2. But you're right, Vanessa Murray, she's really attacking that strike zone, so Baldwin can be aggressive. There's the 1-2. Swung on and driven to left center. That's going to be a base hit. And Darnell's going to be on with 1 out in the second.
Add another hit to the ledger for Allie Darnell. And again, I like the approach that we've seen both from Doty and Darnell there here in this second inning. Go up there, ready to swing, attack those strikes that Vanessa Murray's firing at you.
So Caitlin Bass, the catcher, freshman, stands in. That ball gets away, and up to second is going to go Darnell. A wild pitch.
You know, down 14, that feels like a lot of ground to have to make up. And, I mean, it is a lot of ground, but you're not going to get it all in one big chunk. So see if Baldwin could just find a way to get a couple runs here, get a couple runs there, and see what can happen.
No doubt. 2-0 count here to Bass. And they showed in game 1 that they can battle. Put together some good at-bats, string together some good plate appearances. Ball's lifted to center. Oncoming is White. She makes the catch for out number 2. It's going to bring Zoe Crump, the right fielder, a sophomore, batting number 8 in this lineup. Now 2 out, runner in scoring position. She swings and misses at pitch number 1. Zoe struck out all 4 times in game number 1, looking to make contact here. Swings and misses. Second offering, 0-2. Still hitless on the year is Crump, looking for her first contributions. That's swung on and missed as well, and that's going to end the inning. So Baldwin gets a runner on, gets her to second, but can't bring anything in. We are through 2. It is 14-0 Spring Hill.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Back here in Baldwin City, Ryan Hilmer with you, Bryce Kessler as well. Glad you're joining us for this one. We are headed to the top of the 3rd inning. It's all Spring Hill in game number 2, 14-0. And they have Delaney Hill, Vanessa Murray, and Blair Summer due up. It'll be 5, 6, and 7.
Well, Baldwin would love a quicker inning, obviously, here in this 3rd, but also just to try to extend this game as well, as you're looking at a 14-run deficit right now. You don't want to see this deficit grow to 15 or more. Put you in a position where the run rule might come into effect. So Baldwin needs to shut this one down without giving up anything.
Scobie's ready, Hill's ready. First pitch is ball number 1, 1-0.
Of course, Baldwin will have a chance to answer back in the bottom of the inning if they do allow this lead to reach 15 or more, but that puts pressure on you, obviously, to score in the bottom of the inning if that happens.
Ball's lifted to left field. Oncoming is Darnell. She's not going to get there. Another base hit for Delaney Hill. She's been on base all 3 times. 2 for 2, and also been hit by a pitch.
They have found a lot of gaps here in this second game.
I think that might just be a case of the more times you see a pitcher over and over again, I think that you start to get a little more comfortable in the box against them, and they've definitely seen Scobie a lot here.
Well, and I think some fatigue is starting to set into you. You lose a little zip off that ball now if you're Scobie, and that pitch that may be a couple of inches off the outside corner is now floating right over the middle of the plate. You lose a little sharpness on some of those pitches, and against good hitters, those 2 or 3 inches make a big difference. That's the difference in off the end of the bat and off the barrel of the bat.
100%. It's a 6-hole hitter, Vanessa Murray. She's doing the pitching, a senior. Murray worked a couple of walks, went 0 for 2 in game number 1. Being patient here again, 2-0 count to her. There's a better pitch there, 2-1. Two-1 is fouled off, out of play, down the left side. Hirschman gave it a look, but hit the fence. Spring Hill will play Olathe Northwest on Saturday, and then Olathe South as well on Saturday. So Olathe double dip. As for Baldwin, it will play at Eudora next Tuesday. Ball's lifted to right field, and making the catch is Crump. Getting it back into the infield. 1 out, still a runner on first.
Finally, a ball with little hang time on it allows the Baldwin outfield to run underneath of it after seeing so many balls find the gap. Good play by Crump out and right.
So in steps Blair Sommer, a sophomore left fielder. She's doubled and walked, scored a run. Watches ball 1. Yeah, there for a while it just seemed like everything that Spring Hill connected with was finding a gap, finding grass. I'd like to see him hit it right at some fielders a little bit more. That was close, but misses. 2-0. Delaney Hill leads off first. Well, it doesn't lead off. It's baseball.
You'd be out in that case.
2-1 now to the left fielder, Sommer. So yeah, at Eudora, and then a doubleheader next Thursday, a week from today, at Paola. That'll be on Paola Sports Live for Baldwin. That's their upcoming schedule. One is grounded to second. Ooh, flipping to second, not even recording the out at second. That was toot to Berg, and the exchange was just dropped there. They're going to say everybody's safe.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you'd at least like to obviously get that out there at second, and then in a hurry to try to turn the double play, and they end up without a single out. Sometimes you'll see them still reward that first out and then say, well, it was then trying to get the throw to first, but they're going to say that Berg didn't even control it at all to get that first out. So that's a tough break in a game when they're getting enough hits on their own. You don't want to give them extra outs like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2 on, 1 out. Gracie Bishop, the freshman. She's grounded out to second and singled, came around to score. That ball's lifted to right. On coming is Crump, and she makes a nice catch on the run. Throws to third, not in time. The runner moves up a base, but nice little run coming into her left by Zoe Crump in right field.
A couple of putouts out there in right field now for Crump in this inning. And then you go back to that previous ball. He could have been out of the inning now. We'll see if Baldwin can be mentally tough to get out of the inning nonetheless.
It's 2 out, first and second. Hitters Marissa January. First and third, I should say. Runner takes off for second, then is not going to draw a throw from base. Second and third now, 2 out. The 1-1 to January is tapped, just foul.
Dangerous hitter on deck in white, so let's finish this inning right here.
100%. You don't want to turn that lineup back over. This is the 9-hole right here. Swung, tap to third. There's Hirschman. She throws across the diamond. And that does it for the top of the third inning. We'll go to the bottom half of the third. You're watching Baldwin Softball on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Welcome back to Baldwin City. We're going to the bottom of the third inning. It's been all Spring Hill in game number 2 here, 14-0. I should quickly mention that one of our sponsors here, we're glad to have them, Farm Bureau Financial Services, helps bring this game to you. You can go talk to Kelly Neufeld, your local agent in Baldwin City. He's there to help you protect what matters most. That's Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055. That's 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future.
Well, great job by Baldwin getting out of that third inning without allowing a run. So now you at least get to play 2 more innings and hopefully more beyond that. But they did what they needed to do in the top. Let's see if they can scratch across the run or 2 here in the bottom now.
Lauren Berg, freshman, playing shortstop. 9-hole hitter, steps in. Watch strike 1, 0-1. Now watches strike 2. She's quickly in a hole.
Both these teams, Ryan, with young shortstops. A freshman for Baldwin, a sophomore for Spring Hill. That's a position typically, you see upperclassmen because it's a very pivotal position on your defense, and both these teams rocking young shortstops.
100%. That's exciting for the future, you would say, if they can continue to get better and improve. That could be a mainstay at that important position, but certainly now you're looking for them to make some strides. And Berg had that error in the top of the third, I should say, and now swings and misses at 1, strikes out. She'll continue to get better as her career goes on, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think from what I've seen in this game, and again, we're not at every game. This is the first game we've been out here, but she just is a little sped up, I think, out there at times. And, that on that potential double play ball, just trying to get a little ahead of it there. We saw the same thing, Hirschman trying to get a little ahead of herself on a ball and, in the right positions. And I think that's the first important step. You have to be in the right spot to be able to make the plays. And then, actually finishing those plays, that comes with time, experience, and confidence. And that'll come.
Here's the senior, one of the leaders of the team, Zoe Latessa, who's had a nice doubleheader so far. In game number 1, she had a couple of singles and a walk, went 2 for 3.
Good ball player. She's going to play at Friends University next year.
Watches one go in there. Ball and 2 strikes to Zoe. Yeah, I've enjoyed watching her today. She's good out there in center. That throw she made to the plate could have had a play if base could have handled it, but it was a heck of a throw. Watches ball too there. Sorry, Bryce.
No, you're good. She's shown, as you always talk about the tools, 5 tools. And she's shown them all. I mean, she's shown that hit tool. We've seen her speed on the base paths. We've seen her ability to field. We've seen her arm in the outfield as well. She's shown it all.
She watches strike 3 here for out number 2 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Maybe just a little bit too patient that time from Zoe. Couldn't get the bat off the shoulders.
Yeah, sometimes you just get caught looking for something else. With that case, it was an inside pitch. I mean, not inside off the plate, it was on the plate. But sometimes if something catches you completely off guard, you just get tied up, and there's not much you can do.
Number 19, Michaela Hirschman, junior, playing 3rd base. She's been pretty busy out in the field. Had a lot of chances out there.
Yeah, that whole left side for Baldwin, whether it be Darnell out and left or Berg and Hirschman, that left side of the infield, they've all had plenty of opportunities between the 2 games of this doubleheader.
Vanessa Murray continues to attack that strike zone. She came into this one striking out 22 and only walking 4 through 17 in the 3rd inning. So just strikeout pitcher. There's another strike, 1 and 2. She's got, let's count them up, 5 strikeouts so far here in game 2. We're only in the middle of the bottom of the 3rd, I should say, 2 out. Takes a little off that time, misses high, 2 and 2.
And throwing a bunch of strikes, as you should when you have a big lead like this, because the best way to let a team back into a game with a big lead is by walking people and putting 3 runners out there, and then that 1 hit turns into a couple of runs instead of making them string together hits, which they have not been able to do against Murray, who's on her game today.
Swing and a miss from Hirschman. That goes down on strikes. We will go to the 4th inning. It's been all Spring Hill in game number 2, 14-0. You're watching Baldwin Softball on Baldwin Sports Live.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes. Offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
(14-0) the score here as we welcome you back to Baldwin City. Spring Hill and Baldwin going at it in some softball action here. Our next broadcast here will be Monday, the 25th of April against Wellsville. That's when we'll have another doubleheader action for you here on Baldwin Sports Live. Wellsville's going to be coming to town next week, and we'll be bringing that to you, weather permitting, of course. Hopefully we get some better weather here. It doesn't really feel like spring sometimes around here, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, so that softball doubleheader, the 25th, next Friday the 22nd against Wellsville, and our first soccer game of the spring next Thursday against Lewisburg. So spring schedule starting to heat up here, and I use the term heat up because I'm hoping that the weather itself will heat up as well. These early spring games, man, you just never know what you're going to get, and this year Kansas weather has not been very fun for these early spring sports.
So top 4 here, steps in Marissa January for her 3rd at-bat in this one. She's singled, scored, walked, scored. So 1 for 1. Hitting out of the 9 hole for Spring Hill. Watches the ball just low, evens things up 1-1. You can tell why Spring Hill's a good team, though. They got a couple of senior pitchers that have been really good in this doubleheader in both McNally and in Murray. And then that lineup just 1 through 9. As you can see here, the 9-hole hitter scolds one to center, but Latessa's right there to make the play. 1 through 9, they can just hit the ball.
Another nice play out there by Latessa in center. I was impressed with the way Baldwin was able to not just hit, but work the counts and whatnot against McNally in the first game. And, of course, the second game hasn't, been as fruitful at the plate for him, but a lot of that as well comes with Spring Hill leading by 14 runs. I mean, as a pitcher, when you know you have that much wiggle room there, when you can afford to give up some hits and some runs and still be comfortably in front, that just completely changes the game as the pitcher. And so that's just inspired Murray with a lot of confidence out there in this second game.
Yeah, Baldwin really battled in that first game. That one's grounded towards Berg at short. She gets it on the big hop, throws over to first to Doty, and that is the second out in the inning.
Yeah, so we talked about it when she was at the plate here this past inning with Berg, and see there's no traffic out there, so it's straightforward. She knows exactly what she wants to do when that ball comes to her, and that makes the play so much easier to make. And it's going to come with time. There's only a freshman there at shortstop. Even when there's traffic on the bases, she'll be just that same calm and make those plays just like that. That's a good play.
Yeah, it looked nice and smooth that time from Berg over to Doty. For out number 2 here in the fourth, in steps Ryan Pinkerton, senior. For her fourth at-bat, she's had a pair of singles and a fly out to center field. Grounds one towards Berg. That's off her glove. She has time to recover, but throws high and over the head of Doty at first. She recovers to make sure that runner holds at first base, but just another error there on Berg. And like you mentioned earlier, just got a little bit sped up there. Didn't quite get it out of her glove in time. Probably should have just ate that ball.
Yeah, well, and again, that's the difference. You go 60 feet to the north from where you stand and you watch the baseball game. You can afford to have that little bobble there and still have time to make that throw. Out here on the softball field, especially with the runner like Spring Hill has there, that's good
Pinkerton.
speed there in Pinkerton. So
speed.
you have no margin for error. I mean, you have to be 100% clean with it, and that's a lot of pressure to make that play every time, having to be perfect with it.
There's a good pitch from Scobie, evens the count. 1-1 to Maya January, sophomore, playing shortstop. It's that other young shortstop we mentioned for the other side. She's a good player in her own right at 368. Has a homer, 7 RBIs. Maya went.
So actually, I think we're one off on that. That's January, who's now down at first, and McNally's the batter here.
I got off one here. It's my fault. McNally, senior, playing right. I'll get that corrected.
And there's
McNally.
She just uses right field, doesn't she?
Sends one to right, and that's going to score another run and another double for McNally. She's a good hitter.
Uses the entire field, and that's what the good ones do.
Now batting, number 23, Delaney Hill.
So here's Delaney Hill, designated player. 23. She's been on base all 3 times. She's come to the plate, was hit by a pitch, a couple of singles. Runner on second. 15-0 is the score. 2 out here in the inning. Good hustle there from all the Bulldogs going after a foul ball, but base couldn't quite get to that one, and that gets brushed off by her teammate.
Catchers don't mind getting dirty.
Yeah, says the catcher.
You caught a little bit too back in
A little bit,
baseball days. I
More
remember
necessity.
Yeah, well, that might be. I umpired a game when you were the catcher.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
You're probably squeezing us. That ball's going to be fouled off. That's going to even things up 2-2 to Hill.
I believe the battery that night was Reed Bellamy on the mound and
Throwback.
Ryan Helmer behind the plate. Names that mean nothing to most people listening.
We've lost the rest of our viewers. The 2-2 is swung on and skied to left field. Coming on's Darnell, and that's not gonna get there. It's gonna drop in. Latessa's gonna get it back in. Another run scores, and that's gonna be another RBI single for Delaney Hill.
Now batting.
That one just a little blooper to left center field that both Latessa and Darnell were coming on after, but couldn't quite get there, and that's been the theme of this game number 2 is Spring Hill just finding outfield grass.
Yeah, well, they've squared up so many balls that you have to play deep. I mean, you have to respect the power that this team has. But then in just the cruel way that softball and baseball work sometimes, you could be playing the right spot and that be hammering the ball all day, and then they're just going to hit one off the end of the bat and drop one in where you're not.
Here's the pitcher for Spring Hill, Vanessa Murray. It's 1-1 now to her. She singled, scored a run, walked, scored a run, and then flied out to Crump in right field. Her 4th plate appearance here in the 4th inning. That's roped to right center field. That's going to split the gap, roll all the way to the wall. That means Hill's going to be waved around third. She will score. Stopping at second. Could have had a play behind her there. Is Murray, but she's got an RBI double. Extends the lead 17-0.
A good relay back in there. Almost had a chance at Hill on that big round. Past the bag at second. But just like that, you get the little bloop, and then they just send a rocket out there into the gap the other way.
Yeah, it just feels like nothing you can do defensively. As the pitcher, Scobie, they're just squaring everything up. There's a strike one to the sophomore Blair Sommer. She's doubled, walked, and reached on an error. Quickly 0-2 to Sommer. Scobie working ahead. And I tell you, the flags are just dead quiet now. No more wind, and I am loving that. The 0-2 is lined towards shortstop. Berg makes the catch for the final out in the inning, but 3 more runs come around to score for Spring Hill. It's now 17-0. We'll go to bottom of the 4. You're watching Baldwin Softball on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back. Ryan Helmer, Bryce Kessler with you here. Baldwin City. It's been all Spring Hill in game number 2. 17-0. They lead it. Baldwin coming to the plate, looking to try and extend this one. So let's see how many runs do we need
3
this inning. We need 3 runs to keep this one going. So I can get the score updated here. It is 17-0, not 16-0. Due up, it's going to be 3, 4, 5, though. Ella Scobie, Carly Toot, and Shanna Doty. So, part of the lineup you want coming up when you're looking for runs.
Ella Scobie.
So Ella Scobie steps in, pitcher. Watches ball number 1. fellow senior. He's hitting .412 coming into today. And watches ball number 2, 2-0.
Need some base runners. That's the thing they haven't had a bunch of in this second game is any traffic out there on the base paths. And you start getting traffic out there, and then that starts allowing things to happen. Defenders get into different positions, whether it be they're going to cover a base or they get sped up because they're thinking ahead, going to try to turn 2. Do I need to get the lead runner? Those kinds of things. And so just getting some traffic out there will help them put together this rally that they need to get at least 3 runs out of this inning.
Yeah, and that's something Baldwin had in game number 1 was a lot of traffic, working walks, working counts.
Exactly.
You try and get that going again here in game number 2. Scobie's off to a good start here in this at-bat, worked it to 3-1.
There you go.
She works a walk, so a leadoff walk, bottom of the 4th, and that's going to bring Carly Toot to the plate.
Now batting, number 14.
See if Baldwin can
Carly.
mount a rally here. You don't have to wait till there's 2 outs in the inning. It seems like game number 1, that's when all the damage came for Baldwin was 2 outs, but they can maintain a rally here.
Yeah, all 9 runs in game 1 with 2 outs for Baldwin.
I don't know, Bryce, but that looks like a full moon to me up there. It's about as full as it gets.
Yeah, I'm going to go with like a
No?
7/8 moon.
Okay.
I think the
Been through this before during football season.
the left side as we see it is a little cut off. I think you got about 1/8 of a sliver missing.
Carly Toot's got an 0-2 count. She watches it low, 1-2, good battle.
May go as far as say a 15th, 16th moon, if there is such a thing. I'll get a shot of it here in a bit when between plays. We'll let the viewers decide.
It's a beautiful planet, as Rex Hudler would say. That ball's fouled back to the screen by Toot. Stays 1-2. So you still do any umpiring in the free time?
No.
No, that's in
No.
the past, huh?
I enjoy it, but
Really?
well, as much as one can enjoy it.
The 1-2 to Toot is low.
Thankless position, man.
Oh.
Any officiating, refereeing, regardless of sport, they're just it's a thankless job. So we appreciate all those that that do it, and it's usually. I mean, no matter what you do, you're at the ire of somebody. It's one side or the other.
The ball's tapped, but caught and held on to by the catcher. So strike number 3, out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Down on strikes is Toot.
Now batting, number 6.
Yeah, especially at this level, as being an umpire or a ref, no matter what sport, probably not making a ton of money or anything. You're just doing it to help out because you love it. So we appreciate it. Standing in is Shayna Doty. She's a junior. Looking for her first hit here in game 2. Popped up to the first baseman in game 1. She lines one to center field. That one's going to be caught, though, out there by White for out number 2. But a good connection there from Doty.
Yeah, I think she's swung the bat very well today. I mean, you look at her numbers coming in, and there's not a lot there, but she's, she had the huge 3-run double back in game 1, cleared the bases, and put the bat on the ball and has had some nice swings today. So I think those numbers, her season numbers, are going to steadily go up the way that she's swinging the bat. Or at least I think some bad luck maybe in store for some of those numbers that her average was below 100 coming into this game, but she's not swung the bat like that.
It came in today hitting .063, but the swing she's taking today, she's a much better hitter than that. Ball scolded to third base. Third baseman knocks it down, throws across the diamond wide. That's going to allow the runners to move up. Holding at third is going to be Scobie. It'll be second and third for Baldwin, and they might have something going here in the 4th.
There you go. By putting the ball in play, you start making things happen. And, we talked about it a couple of times. Sometimes you just have to eat it and say, yeah, I'm not going to make that play. And unfortunately there, as Pinkerton is a little bit shaken up as well, they're going to come out and take a look at her. And looks like she's kind of looking at her her throwing hand. That may have clipped her hand there on that sharply hit ball right down there. And you mentioned earlier calling it the hot corner. That's what they call third base. And they're, I've played some third on a baseball field, and that's one thing. I don't know that I don't think I would want to play third on a softball field.
No, me neither.
They hit some rockets down that line, and it takes some courage to stand in there and play that position on a softball field.
100%. And yeah, like you said, she's looking at that throwing hand. Like sometimes grounders can pop up and kind of get that throwing hand.
And most of the time, I would say probably 80% of the time, and I'm just throwing that number out there, it might even actually be higher than that, the third baseman is playing even closer than the third base bag, and that's only 60 feet from the batter. And a lot of times they've got him in there playing 45, 50 feet from the batter. And, you get turned on one and square one up coming there. You have the blink of an eye to
Not a lot of
react
reaction
to it.
time, yep.
And unfortunately, sometimes the ball wins that battle. And let's hope that that Pinkerton is going to be okay moving forward. I think she's going to come out of the game here, and that's probably a wise decision in a 17-0 game here. No reason to continue to push through some pain if you have some, and it looks like Pinkerton does. So they're going to take her out, but let's. Hopefully, that's more or less a precautionary taking her out of this game, and she'll be good to bounce back because they'll be back in action just a couple days on Saturday for Spring Hill.
See, I couldn't quite see who they brought on here. Like 17 is going to be on for Spring Hill, and another freshman.
Whew. There you go.
Just keep rolling out the youngsters.
All right.
Contribute.
Freshman at third, and we just talked about the
Yeah.
courage it takes to
Good
play
luck.
it. Look at her. She's inside the bag by about 5 feet. I mean, that is – and you know what happens anytime somebody new comes into a game defensively,
Yeah.
the ball
Be ready.
almost automatically is going to be hit to them. So look out down there, left side. I think that's where Base is going to take this one.
Second and third, 2 out here for the catcher Base. She watches 2 straight strikes in there. 0-2 quickly. Looking to keep this game going. They
Gotta
need
have it.
3 runs. Baldwin does to extend this one further.
Get 2 of them on one swing here.
That'd be nice. Instead, it's a swing and a miss from Base, and that is going to end the game. Spring Hill is going to take both games of the doubleheader. Game 2, 17-0. And game 1, 10-9. We'll come back and wrap it all up for you after this. You're watching Baldwin Softball on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144. For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family. Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
All right, back here in Baldwin, we're debating full moon, 3/4 moon. That's definitely more than that. I said 7/8, maybe a 15/16. Hard to get a good picture of it, but anyway. We are finished here tonight. Now we've lost everything. So now we just got black. Well, I was going to say that it felt like things from the computer, the technology side of things ran a little smoother in Game 2. So that's the good news. Hopefully we'll get some of those errors ironed out for the games. Oh, hey, we're back. Picture's back. Yeah, so I apologize for the viewers who had some troubles watching Game 1. Unfortunately, Game 1 was a really good game. And the broadcast side of it was not really good, but the game itself was. And Spring Hill ended up winning 10-9 in a heck of an effort by the Baldwin girls, rallying back down by 6 in the 6th, scored 5 in the 6th, had a chance in the 7th then to tie it up, perhaps win that game. It was not to be, though. They fall in Game 1, 10-9. Then Game 2, Spring Hill from the outset took control, a 4-run first, a 10-run second, built a big lead, and on their way to a 17-0 victory here in Game 2. So Spring Hill now 9-1 of the year. Baldwin, they are now 2-6. Spring Hill back in action on Saturday as they will play both Olathe Northwest and Olathe South for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Their next game comes up next Tuesday on the road at Eudora. The following two doubleheaders after that one, both will be aired on the network on Thursday, the 21st of April at Paola. That game broadcast on Paola Sports Live. And then Monday, April 25th, back here at home on senior night when Baldwin hosts Wellsville. We'll have that doubleheader for you here on Baldwin Sports Live and hopefully have two clean broadcasts on that night. Next week on Thursday, week from tonight, soccer against Lewisburg here at home for the Baldwin girls. And then next Friday on the 22nd, baseball doubleheader against Wellsville. I mentioned that doubleheader with Wellsville on the softball side. Then coming up the following Wednesday, on Tuesday, April 26th, soccer at Spring Hill. We'll have that game for you for Baldwin at Spring Hill Soccer here on Baldwin Sports Live. And then another baseball doubleheader coming up in May, on May 5th, against Santa Fe Trail, a home baseball doubleheader for the Baldwin boys. So those are the games that are coming up here on the spring schedule. Again, your finals tonight, Game 1, Spring Hill over Baldwin 10-9. Game 2, Spring Hill over Baldwin 17-0 in 4. For Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. Thanks for tuning in and getting what you can out of this one. We'll hope to do a little better next time around, but until we meet again next Thursday for soccer and next Friday for baseball, this is Bryce Kessler saying good night from Baldwin. You've been watching Bulldog Softball on Baldwin Sports Live.
You've been watching the Baldwin Bulldogs on Baldwin Sports Live. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morningstar Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. Visit BaldwinSportsLive.com for the schedule of upcoming broadcasts on your home for the Baldwin Bulldogs, Baldwin Sports Live.